Welcome to World Questions. Here we just don't talk about business. We question the assumptions behind it. And today's question is very, very important. And it's how many of your leads they die before you even respond. Let me start with something by the time your sales team finishes their chai break, by the time that thank you for contacting us email goes out, the lead is already gone. It's not lost or it's not delayed, but I'm saying it's gone. And today, I want to break down why this is happening and how most of the businesses are actually burning money in real time without even realizing this problem. So, if you remember, we all have been taught about this great idea of follow window, call within few hours, or maybe same day, or worst of a situation, next day early morning. But those things were working great in somewhere in year 2015 or before that. But today in 2026, it doesn't work at all. Why? Because people are really in super hurry. And the worst part is when people are filling up a form, they do not open only one of your window. They might have opened five, six different tabs, opened all five, six different competitions. They might have submitted around three to four different inquiries. And maybe they would be comparing two different competitions. So that is how the real scenario is right now. And the good thing is, and it's not only about who is the best or who is the cheapest. It's plain simple who responded first. So the question is not about how great was your pitch. The real question was how fast you were to connect with him when he was at his peak of taking a decision. Let's understand what actually happens in the prospect's mind when it is happening. The moment somebody hits submit on the website, there's a dopamine spike. We all know about, right? They feel relieved. But that is where the problem is. And that emotional peak, which is very high, is not high for a long, it is very short lived. And every second there's a delay that is actually getting into a dying mode. It starts killing the momentum. Now think of this. And your delayed response is like a cold bucket of water. There is something called as an open loop in psychology. Open loop. What does it mean? When someone has a problem and they take an action, their brain stays actively engaged, but only until someone responds. If no one responds, the brain closes its loop on its own. And, and when your hot lead become a cold memory kind of thing for them, they might not remember you. Now let's talk about the who is the real problem, which is the who is the real culprit in this whole scenario, right? As I said, it's not your marketing, it's not your sales page, but actually it is your internal process. When it's internal process, we all know, right? Moment a lead comes in, we all have made very beautiful CRM systems in the place. The lead goes into the CRM system, the lead gets assigned to someone, there or maybe somebody, and after that, right? So by the time a human reacts, there's a huge gap of couple of hours or maybe couple of minutes to be more precise, right? So in this case, what happens on the other side, the guy who was actively filling up the form, he's already lost it because there was a delay. He was waiting for it within 5 minutes. If he has got it, great. If not, he is moved. He moves to somebody who has responded him first. So your lead got lost not because it was bad. Now things become more worst. Even though you might have got some CRM system, fills up a form, your CRM system send them a generic thank you note. Thank you for contacting us. Somebody from our team will get back to you shortly. Now, this message people know it is an automated message. Nobody is going to connect with you immediately, and this doesn't build that trust, right? And it just gives only one idea to the people, the other guy or your customer or prospect, is that you are in a queue kind of thing, so somebody will respond you back. So that is what it conveys. A plain, simple, generic message conveys only this part. And moment it goes, the guy, right? So this is the problem. Right? So now let me take you through the very beautiful. At exactly 0 minute, the guy is super excited. The intent is very clear. The guy's still waiting, but interest drops a little bit. The guy has already opened another competition website and he might have submitted another form over there, right? And when you get a lead, when you open, you try to call the guy, then you say, oh, yeah, maybe, I'm not sure, I don't know. And you feel, oh my God, this guy just ghosted me. That's not the problem, sorry. The problem was the time. So, how do we deal with this? What is the solution to this whole problem? So, number one is, even though we know AI is great, AI is helping us to overcome these problems more faster, quicker. But if your AI is able to mimic the user's problem in details, and based on that user problem in detail, it is able to respond him a very personalized, action-driven, engagement-based content or message, it is great. But if you're sending a plain, simple, thank you so much, we will get back to you, so that's a problem, right? Thing like chatbots, again, not AI powered, are human based. Moment somebody is coming to the website, so I could say very clearly, forms are dying. There's no point you putting up a form on the website because moment people see a form, they know it is going to take a time. Number two, when they fill up a form, you are going to send them lot of messages. And people want to connect only when they feel your business can solve their problem. When they see a value in your website, in your communication, on your social media, they feel that comfort. If they do not find that comfort, they will refrain giving or sharing any kind of data to you. But assuming your website is really great, you've given them a nice information on the website, right? Now, in that case, what should be the touch point? So the best touch point, as on date, I could say is the give them a plain simple messaging option. They can WhatsApp you as a message. That's the most appropriate. And the beauty is a WhatsApp message, you're able to get them. You can also have some setup of WhatsApp automation can be done. But I refrain it because if guy is asking some real questions and you're giving them standard answers, is not at all appropriate. You will kill the lead. So the better way would be some human interaction is going to do the job. In the first 60 to 90, right? Do not put any chatbots, no ticketing, plain, simple, real conversation with a human being. Secondly, we also say, when we talk, do not ask them when is the best time to call you. Can you send an appointment? The better would be if they've seen a value in your content, in your message, and they are willing to talk more onto this, then and you're not in a current time frame to talk it, send them a calendar where they can book the appointment schedule based on their own comfort. But after that, and similarly, after the meeting, after 10 minutes, you send them minutes of meeting, action items, and move on. Yeah, if you want to know about the automation or WhatsApp messaging, you can use Twilio, a very nice platform. And there are some really good email platforms as well, which are able to, based on the requests or even if the requirement, a need, and based on that, your AI should be able to craft a very befitting message. Should so look at email system which has the cron job or a cron jobs are set up in a such a way that it is able to send the message quickly the moment it is get. But before it sends, it should be able to generate the responses on its own. Right. So try out this thing. I hope it is going to help you out in your journey. And in case you need any help from me, you can always come back to me, reach me. I am available. I can help you out. All right. So thank you so much. Bye bye.